Hi and welcome back to my channel. A happy new year to everyone. I cannot believe it's 2024 already. I hope you had a wonderful holiday season. I got to do a surprise trip with my two daughters and son-in-law and my grandbaby. We got to go back to my hometown of Danville, Illinois, and introduce my grandbaby to her great grandmother, my mom. So that was fabulously fun. But I thought about it as I was going and found out we get to go. I wanted to do kind of just an honoring of Danville and take you with me and show you Danville a little bit, because one of my favorite channels, I just love this channel. I don't know if you know them, World According to Briggs, huge channel. He is so funny. A little while ago, he did a video. I'll try to find it and link it below if I can find it. But the 10 worst places, I think, to live in the United States. And my little Danville, Illinois hometown was number 5. And I felt bad for Danville. It's always had crime, always has problems, not saying anything against the statistics or anything of that video, but there's a lot of good there. My family lives there. My grandmother had 12 children, and most of her children and their children and even grandchildren now live there. They love being there. They love the life they have there. So just thought I would show you some of the fun things and the ways that people do enjoy themselves there in Danville, Illinois. And then I'll let you be the judge if you think that is probably the 5th worst place to live in the United States. This is actually exciting for me. The Fisher Theater is a very historical theater. And they did fundraisers and things because it was just getting dilapidated and falling down, and it was going to obviously be torn down or condemned or something. And Dick Van Dyke came, Jerry Van Dyke, they're from here too. They're from Danville. They went to Danville High. And now I just saw, and I confirmed with my mom, they do have movies there. She said they're usually the older kind of movies, but so they're open again. That is just wonderful news. If you come to Danville, you should go into Fisher Theater. It's beautiful in there. It's very, very historic. So here is another option that is fun. I remember when we were in school, they would take us here on field trips, but it's Red Mass Players. They have theater here. They have music and things like that. And it's a neat old historic building, if you can see that. So there is that as well. Now this is another fun thing that you can do here in Danville. It's the Lake Vermilion County Park, and I'll try to drive down there. With this being winter, a lot of these things are closed, but you can launch boats on Lake Vermilion here. Lots and lots of people go fishing here. That is the boat launch area where you go down to, so I'll see if that's open and available that we can drive down and see Lake Vermilion. But definitely that is a fun thing. That's why there's a big parking lot here, because it gets filled up in the summer with the boats and the trailers and all of that. Okay, so this is the bottom part, and there's actually one gentleman getting his boat there, and you can see Lake Vermilion. So that is a really fun summer thing to do here in Danville. So this is the entrance to Kapoo State Park, and right there you'll see where it says XC. This is a cross-country trail that the kids run on. My son actually used to run cross-country for one of the schools here, and they did that. And then there are a whole lot of lakes out here, and people love to come out here and go fishing and camping, and it's a really fun place to bring the family. Of course, right now it's winter, so all of these beautiful trees, the leaves are down, but it's beautiful out here. So this is definitely a huge plus for the Danville area, the very popular place to come. So just giving you an idea, this is the top view looking down. The hill is actually back there, and that's where we just were. So you see there they have the frisbee golf, and there's a playground over there. And then when you go this direction, I'll show you one of the trails. Now some of them are very wooded and it would be difficult to access, but they do have handicap access things. Now this one's pretty easy, you could go back there, but they also have fishing on the dock, and they have wheelchair access places you can go, so really, really nice. This is Clear Pond. I tell you, there are so many fond memories that I have here. Right across the road there is another lake that you could go to and you could fish. Lots and lots of people fish from here. You can actually see over there, I won't put his car in there, but there's somebody there. They have fishing poles in the water. But this dock, I remember my kids running up and down this dock, playing and laughing as we all were fishing and just having a great time. There's a lot of catfish in here, and there's bass if you are a good fisherman. There's also up there places you can sit and relax, or they have areas over there that you can fish too. And then I haven't been here in a long time, but they do still have bands and things at that place right there. I don't know if they still have the paddle boats, but if they do, then in the summer you can actually rent those, and you go around the bend and it goes all the way down quite a ways. So lots and lots of water spots out here. One thing about Danville and Illinois in particular is it is Lincoln land everywhere, because Abraham Lincoln was around here. So this is the Lehman house, which was Lincoln's friend. This is at Lincoln Park there in Danville, which you can see over there. It's got a nice play area and things like that for the kids. But you will find a lot of history here that involves Lincoln. And if you are a history buff, you can go to the cemeteries and places. There are a lot of historical graves to see. So if you're into that kind of thing, that's fun too. This may not seem like something super fun to do, but it looks like just a house. It says safety education. It is actually called Friendly Town. And the officers help the, it was kindergartners at the time that my kids were going to school. I don't know if it still is or not, but they have these little car things that they get to drive around in, and you'll see they have stoplights there, and they're actual little streets, and they're named the same as the streets in Danville and stuff. And see, there's a church there, and it's supposed to look like a little town. And they drive around all week long, and they learn about safety. And it is just so fun. I'm glad to see that it's still here. I hope it's still in operation. It looks like it is. So that is also here at Lincoln Park. Just give a panoramic there, just on the other side by the children's play area. And then this right over here is tennis courts, and it's the Danville Tennis Club, the DTC. So that is something, if you like tennis, you can be a part of that. There is a black squirrel. I just think that is so neat. I don't see those where we are from. Oh, he ran away, but that's just really neat. Now, besides Kapoo, Danville actually has a lot of parks that are really fun. There's Forest Glen Nature Preserve, and there's Kennecott County. I think that's a county park. These are all, I know Kennecott and Kapoo are named after Indian names there in Illinois. And of course there's ones in town. I show Lincoln Park in the video, but there's also the Winter Park, where they do a lot of sports for the kids. They do soccer and youth football and cheerleading, and there's an Ambucks playground. They worked really hard on that, and that is a handicap accessible playground for children, and it's got sprinklers and things. Just a whole lot of different parks and areas that you can enjoy the outdoors, not to mention trails. They have been working really hard on getting trails together. Danville actually has its own Visit Danville website, so I'll link that down below, and you can see some of the trails and the parks that they have. A lot of different options there. I hope you can hear me okay. It is windy out here. I'll try to talk loud. This is a fun thing to do around Danville. This is called Sleepy Creek Vineyards, and it's just a few miles outside of Danville, right by the little town of Oakwood. Now I'm going to turn this around, and it's really windy, so I don't know if you'll be able to hear me. The building is back there, and of course you can see the vineyard where they grow the grapes and everything itself. So this is a really fun place people like to come to and just relax and have some wine. One of the most peaceful, beautiful things that you can do in Danville, in the Midwest. I used to do it when I lived here in Danville. You wake up in the morning, make your coffee, get your hot tea, whatever it is you drink in the morning, and with the snow falling, now of course there's no snow right now as you can see, but you look out your window or even sit out on your porch or your deck, and there will be bright red cardinals in these bare trees with the snow coming down around them. You talk about something that is absolutely beautiful, absolutely peaceful. Oh, it's a wonderful way to wake up in the morning here in Danville. By the way, if you are enjoying these videos and unplugging with me and just getting away from all the craziness, please do hit the like button and also the subscribe button and ring the bell so you'll be notified when we do more. When we have YouTube videos, anybody that does them gets these analytics, they call them, and it shows that most of the people, like 70 to 90% of the people that watch our videos, are not subscribed to our channel, and it really does help the channel. So if you would consider doing that, greatly appreciate it. This was one of my all-time favorite restaurants to go to. I'm so happy that it's still here. It's El Toro Mexican restaurant, and it is just amazingly good food. And I forget, being in Colorado, it's so expensive. I just got a big old thing of beans, and they give you free chips and salsa with it. It was $4 for that. So that is wonderful. If you get a chance to stop at El Toro, you should do it. So again, this is a very busy street. This is about the busiest street in Danville. This is North Vermilion, so I hope you can still hear me. But I wanted to show you really quickly. This is a summer activity that is very well known here in Danville. This is the Custard Cup. They have the best custard. The lemon custard is amazing, and people come here all summer long. It's just packed, and right down that street where all those cars and the bus are coming is Edison School. Now I don't know if they still do this, but when I went there, one of the fun field trips for the kids is you walk down the street and you get to have Custard Cup ice cream for the day. So that's really fun. But right there, one thing you don't have to do in the summer, the Mad Goat Coffee. They started this little shop a few years ago, and it's done amazing. They are so good. And now they have a second location, and they have their own coffee brewing and all that. So definitely, if you come to Danville, you want to go to Mad Goat.
He's cool. He's no. He's not funny. He's not funny in the sense of like, oh, I watch you stand up. He's funny in the sense like, wow. That's it. You're good. That's the difference between a micro USB and USB. What's micro?
And this is one of the really nice places. People actually come here for lunch. They do lots of photos here, like for proms and things. You'll see that gazebo. And one of the really popular things to do, like there's one of the places you can sit. You see they have the swans, and every year the swans will have their babies, and see the floating Christmas decoration out there because it's still close to Christmas time. Don't know if you can see it from up here, but there is a child's play area over there. So it's just a really nice area to come and sit and relax. Real pretty, lots of decorations and things like that. So again, if you like history and military and that kind of thing, this is in the other cemetery, and this is, you know, where the soldiers are laid. Now there is a VA hospital here in Danville, and there is a VA cemetery here that the veterans can choose to be buried in as well, but this is just one that's at the beautiful cemetery. One of the really fun things that you can do in Danville and in the Midwest that we cannot do at all where we're from in Colorado is the bonfires. You can put all kinds of logs and just build it up really big, and you sit around it with your chairs, and you have your marshmallows, and you can make s'mores. Oh, it smells amazing sitting around a fire at nighttime, and the fireflies come out, which is another thing we do not have and I do miss, is the bonfires and the fireflies. So that is one really nice thing you can do here for sure. So that is it for our trip back home to Danville, Illinois. I hope you enjoyed seeing a little glimpse of where I grew up and where most of my family still is. And again, not at all saying there aren't problems in Danville, you know, crime and different things. It's there, but you can also live a really good life in Danville. My family does it, and they enjoy it there. They love being there. They love the change of the seasons and some of the things that I showed you, and there's a whole lot more there too. And so again, hope you enjoyed this video with me, and look forward to seeing you on our next Unplugged journey. Bye-bye.